The public is now invited to take a test drive in an electric car and to join the list of those waiting to buy one of the environmentally safe vehicles that will be for sale in Israel by 2011, according to the developers' estimations.
Most reactions that we're getting from people as they go through the center is that they now know that they're never going to buy another gasoline car. This is the last car they got that's on gasoline. Their next car is electric, and that's the most common reaction we get from visitors in the center in the last few weeks.
In addition to private consumers, 92 corporations have agreed to replace a portion of their current cars. Better Place is the company developing an infrastructure of battery changing spots and switching stations that would allow for the extensive use of an electric car. To recharge the vehicle, a driver can plug it in at home or at the office. A minute of charging is needed for every minute of driving. And for longer trips, there will be 100 battery switch stations located around the country, capable of replacing a drained car battery within 5 minutes.
You have to remember that these batteries have, much like you have in your cell phone or in your laptop, they have a life cycle in which every time you use it, it decays slightly, especially if you use it in a terrible way. We managed to slow down that decay through a managed charging system. And in effect, those batteries will have a life cycle that is about 300,000 to 400,000 kilometers on what's called their first life. After which they get a second life, which is effectively a shorter distance drive. Instead of being a 160 kilometer battery, it becomes a 130 kilometer battery. But it has another 300,000 kilometers that way until it becomes a 100 kilometer battery, in which they get a third life. And then they get to drive another 300,000 kilometers. So about 1 million kilometers later, you can recycle the battery.
Those who sign up with Better Place will be the first ones to be offered a full package in 2011 that includes a car, a battery, and a subscription of allotted power to recharge the car and a vehicle maintenance plan. Renault is the first car company to partner with Better Place to release the initial line of electric vehicles.
To the average consumer, is it going to cost less than buying gas?
We have committed that the cost of the car will be lower than the cost of its equivalent gasoline car.
What about keeping it running?
Keeping it running will be either the same or less than gasoline. The issue with gasoline is I can't tell you what would be the price of gasoline. So if you go back to the summer of '08, the prices back then will be significantly cheaper than that price. If you look at today's prices, it will be roughly the same.
While the technology for the electric car and its battery is not new, Better Place has created the infrastructure to allow a drive in the electric car across the country of Israel. Better Place is opening an electric vehicle demonstration center located north of Tel Aviv, which provides prospective consumers with a chance to learn more about the electric car and to take the car for a test drive on a short driving track. Benjamin Spear reporting for the Jerusalem Post, JPost TV.